What up, nation world, and welcome back to SouFLoTV. Hit that subscribe button and let's talk about this Kevin Samuels situation, how he passed, who he was with, what likely caused his death, his mother's reaction, and her words to social media and the rest of the world. And shout out to nation or national world for some of this information. Now, Kevin Samuels is dead. It's been confirmed, right? There are questions like, did he have a wife? Was he really divorced? Who was he really? And all this other stuff. So the controversial YouTuber known as Kevin Samuels, he passed away at the age of 56, with some outlets were reporting that he died from a cardiac arrest. It's been confirmed that he died from a cardiac arrest. A cardiac arrest, people, is a heart attack. It can happen to any one of us. And I know some of his haters are going to be saying, yeah, you spent all that time talking about women, especially black women. You should have been taking your ass to the hospital and getting a checkup. I'll have you know that some of the fittest people in the world who get checkups on a regular basis and even run triathlons and marathons end up having a heart attack. Okay? So it can happen to anyone. Now, following social media's confusion about the news, his mother later confirmed that he is indeed passed away, gone, dead from this plane. See, it was a rumor for a minute that he was. And everybody started saying, nah, knowing him, this is probably some controversial move to see who really likes him and who really doesn't, or what his enemies or what the people who don't like him have to say about him. But it turns out that it wasn't. It was exactly what it was. Now, who was Kevin Samuels? Most of us know who he was, but according to The Formal, Samuels was a highly controversial YouTuber and a self-proclaimed relationship guru who posted lifestyle videos online which were supposed to help guide his viewers on how to improve their lives. The videos that I've seen, and I've said it before in my other video which reported his passing, I've only seen about 5 videos of his. And the videos that I've seen, he was speaking to a certain demographic, okay, and a certain type of person, mostly a black woman. So his YouTube channel currently has about 1.43 million subscribers. And his most recent video, just a few days ago, titled "Modern Women Are a Party of One." Samuels was also reportedly criticized for spreading what most people call, or most people who did not like him call, misogynistic thoughts and beliefs on his channel, and for being especially derogatory towards women of color. Now, here's the thing. I personally have my own beliefs on all that. And I think that it was the women who did not want to see or hear the truth in what he was saying that labeled his message misogynistic and labeled him as aggressive and all that other stuff. The brother spoke truth. Okay, no way around it. He spoke truth. He might have been a bit aggressive with his truth. He might have been a bit harsh in the way he came across with delivering the truth. But the truth is the truth. Point blank and period. Now, while he had an online presence for years, he actually went viral in December of 2020 for his video that was titled "You're Average at Best." This video caused a lot of stir. That video probably has about 2.7 million or so views at this point. You're average at best. I remember one woman saying to me yesterday after hearing about his passing, "How dare you tell women about their average at best?" If you watch the video, you will see that, again, he was telling nothing but the truth. In one of his other videos, March 2021, he said that high-value men cheat and that women should accept it because cheating is in their nature. High-value men. This is specifically talking about men that earn a whole lot, that are high-value figures, that are something above average and normal, right? Samuels was now, and to me, again, that's just being truthful. He's not saying that all of them do, but he is saying more than likely, and it's simply because they have the pick of the litter. All these women out here, or most of them out here, they're looking for that, and there are women out there always who are ready to throw themselves at somebody who is famous and wealthy and all that, correct? All right, so that's what he was talking about. But he's saying if you're going to put yourself with one of these guys, you got to understand that this comes with it. I think his message, again, was misconstrued by people who already did not like him, had some kind of bias towards his delivery of the message, and they twisted it into whatever. But then again, that's my personal opinion, so we'll move right along. Now, he sparked outrage recently. Just a few weeks ago, he claimed that women who are over 35 years old and unmarried are what we call leftovers. If you think about it, most grow up thinking, yeah, by the time I hit that age, I'll be with my husband. I don't see any women planning on having a baby heading into her 40s. That's usually like a last minute ditch kind of a decision, really, right? Because heading into your 40s, if you know anything about, what's that condition called? Not cerebral palsy, another condition. There's a condition out there, Down syndrome. If you know anything about Down syndrome, go and study it. Specifically, Down syndrome. There is no scientific cause for Down syndrome other than a mother being too old when conceiving a child. So there are not a lot of educated women that are trying to be having babies in their 40s. So, and usually they want to be married because that's the traditional thing, to have a baby within wedlock, to have your family together. You have a husband, you have children. No one's scrutinizing you. Look at her. She's having babies for a bunch of different people. She's having babies and no men around and all this other stuff, right? So he was saying that by the time they hit that age, no one has gotten down on one knee, proposed. She's out here. She's not married, whatever. She's leftovers, right? The good ones are swooped up at a certain age. And again, the way he said it was kind of harsh, but if you look into what he said, it was some kind of truth to it. He was not married. However, at the time of his death, he was not married. However, Samuels had actually been married twice in the past, but he had since divorced from both relationships, and also he had joint custody from a daughter that he has with one of his ex-wives. Now, again, one of his haters said, SouFlo, listen, he didn't have anything perfect and he didn't know anything about relationships and how to make them last. I don't know why he called himself a relationship guru, or who told him he qualified to give advice, because he had been divorced twice. He failed twice. My answer to that, listen to this. My answer to that was, would you prefer someone who had never been married, never been down that road, to actually tell you what it takes to get married and keep a marriage together? Or would you be more comfortable learning from someone who had been down that road already? In other words, do you go to somebody who has experience when you need help, or do you go to somebody who is just talking from what they've read and what they've heard? The person said, I don't like him, and I don't like him, and I don't think he had no right to be saying blah, 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 because he already got divorced twice. So he twice failed. And I said, okay, well, my consensus of you is that you're not willing to learn from someone who has experience. You're willing to learn from a novice. From someone who has no experience, is just going to be talking out the side of their neck and hoping that their words mean something. Anyhow, right now, there are a lot of people who are still asking, is he really dead? Is he really? Because, you know, some people got some bad stuff to say about him, but they don't want to hit social media and say what they have to say, only to see him pop up tomorrow and say, aha, you? Yeah, okay. So news of his death was widely reported on Twitter, then it blew up on Instagram and blew up on YouTube and all other social media platforms, right? His mother, Beverly Samuels, Birch is her name. She declined to release details about what actually happened to her son. She said that she herself had learned about her son's death from social media. And her words, quote unquote, were, that was a terrible thing for social media to put out there like that. I didn't even know. I hadn't even been notified. She hadn't officially been notified by a police department, by a hospital, by a doctor with a confirmation of his death. She heard it all through social media before she officially got notification. All I'm doing is I'm requesting that people pray for us, because it's a loss. and it's a mom, and she lost her son, and they're grieving. He was somebody's brother, he was somebody's son, he was somebody's uncle, he was somebody's loved one, and they're grieving, right? The Atlanta Police Department said that officers were called. Now, here is the new information that has been posted. The Atlanta Police Department said that officers were called on a 911 call to an apartment on East Paces Ferry Road, Northeast, on Thursday morning regarding a person who had been injured. Injured. Now, if he's suffering a cardiac arrest, why did someone call and say someone had been injured? You would normally call and say, hey, there's a guy over here. He's not breathing. I think he's going into cardiac arrest. I think he's having a heart attack, especially given who he was with. That should understand what that looked like. First responders were performing, and this is where things get hairy. And this is where some people are saying, nah, that man got killed. He wasn't, that wasn't just no heart attack. Of course, you have there are other people who really don't like him who are saying other things, and we'll get into that too. First responders were performing CPR on a unresponsive man, later identified as Samuels. By the time first responders got there, he was unresponsive. He was breathing, but he was unresponsive, right? Kind of like going into a coma-like state. A woman in the apartment told officers that Samuels had complained about chest pains and that she attempted to help him when he said, "Oh, my chest," but he fell. This is what the police report states. The woman called 911 and Samuels was taken to Piedmont Hospital. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office said in a press release that it performed an autopsy and cause and manner of death are pending. The office listed Samuels as age 53 years old, although other outlets have reported that he was 56. So his family, his mom's been there, verified, proven, birth and death, birth records, whatever. Actually 53 years old, not 56. In the grand scheme of things, that doesn't really matter. Now, all right. An earlier report from what we call a reliable source had confirmed that he had passed away on Thursday, May 5th. In a video with more than 105,000 views, his friend, Melanie King, stated that she received family confirmation before everyone else that yes, he had actually died. Now, it is said, and I also heard DJ Academics brought it across, that he met a 35-year-old nurse, the day before, and him and the nurse hooked up, and they spent the night together. And in the morning, he started having chest pains, and he fell on top of her. People are taking that and they're twisting it however they want to twist the narrative. They were naked. They were in the middle of having sex and his heart gave out. And, some women are saying, yep, Viagra. He took too many Viagras. Some people are saying he took too many Blue Chews, whatever those are. Some people are saying, people are saying all the things that they have to say. But the person that he was with has been confirmed to be a 35-year-old nurse. That is why I said earlier that when calling 911 for someone who had become unresponsive in your company who you had spent the night with, you would not call to say there is a injured man here. And I'm suspecting that 911 might have said, in what way was he injured, ma'am? Did he fall down a flight of steps, hit his head? Did he twist both ankles? I mean, what kind of injury are we talking about here? And she would say, he's clutching his chest. And he said, I'm having chest pains. And before I could help him to assist him to sit down, he fell on top of me. Right. Okay. Well, reactions to his death online have been mixed, as we all know. Some people are way up in their feelings. They have derogatory things to say about him, while others have very good things to say about him. And there are a lot of people, even women, who accept the fact that, he told the truth. The brother was speaking truth. He might have came across harsh, like that uncle or that dad who didn't give a what you had to say. He was just going to deliver it to you. At the end of the day, what he did was he charged people to take responsibility of their own lives, their own flaws, their own mistakes, and to see them and to try to better themselves. That's it. So if that makes you hate him, then that's what it is. Maybe you're one of the people that he spoke about who ended up in the category that he called low value, or the category that he called what was that one that got people offended, like really offended, or the one that where he said women over 35 that are not married were what, leftovers, right? Maybe you ended up in that category and now you feel some type of way. Okay, so others, however, had said that it was unnecessary to celebrate someone's death. And I'll end this video by saying this. We all have a date with death. Okay, so you celebrate for Kevin now. You don't even know when yours is coming. Most of us don't know. So I don't think it's cool to celebrate someone's death. And just remember that death is here for all of us, right? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. You came, you did, and you left. And so will all the rest of us be leaving here at some point. Some sooner than they know. Catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. It's Eat Good TV, y'all. If you like Jamaican food, but you're struggling to cook it the right way, then here's a channel that gives it to you step by step. You are guaranteed to be able to cook Jamaican food like a real Jamaican from this channel called Eat Good TV. Go over to Eat Good TV, hit that subscribe button, and try cooking one of those meals. She is real calm about how she does her stuff, and she makes sure that you get all the ingredients right. Eat Good TV. Hit that subscribe button over there and tell them SouFLoTV sent you. I've cooked a couple of meals off of Eat Good TV. Not because I can't cook Jamaican food, because I am a Jamaican myself, but because sometimes I like to see something that I like cooked a different way. So nobody tell the lady that she can't cook, because that is not how you cook it. We all cook it different way. Just go to Eat Good TV, hit that subscribe button, and tell her I sent you. All right, listen, so you started a business, right? Whether it's a brick and mortar business or a business online. How is your business doing? Is it doing well? Do you need promotions? You cannot afford to start a business and not do promotions. Promotions is what it's all about. Some people have a big budget. That way they can spend a whole lot of money on these huge platforms. Your budget might not be that. Those are $1 million budgets. At the same time, you can still reach a demographic of people that might be interested in your business. And how do you do that? You do that by piggybacking on one of these channels that the core audience of that channel is also the type of people you are trying to reach with your business. It works, okay? Hook up, give me a call, or shoot me an email and let's get your promo going right now. I don't care what business it is. I can send people to you. Now, before we go, let me say this. I am not guaranteeing you a certain amount of subscribers. You are the one that will have to, or I'm not guaranteeing you a certain amount of people that will come. You are the one that has to continue to push your business. Okay, with you promoting your business yourself and me promoting your business for you, there's no way you can't win. So give me a call right now or shoot me an email and let's work this out. I have a promotion special going on right now. Pretty much anybody can afford this, okay? It is more than half of what I normally do things for. Get in on a deal before it's gone. Let this one pass you. Call right now. Email right now. Let's get this moving. Promotions, promotions, promotions. That's what it's all about.